single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
So the Muladhara chakra, which is the root chakra, is not associated with the earth plane. And as I spoke about when I referenced Carl Jung, he basically said it was more associated with the astral plane, right? So I'll go a little bit more deeper about the planes. I will actually have a video a little bit deeper about what is the Kundalini and why some people open the Kundalini and why some people actually choose to keep the Kundalini closed. But it's definitely, once that Kundalini is open, it actually activate that person on their spiritual journey where they actually become on their consciousness. So just keep that in mind. And I'll have another video with that, kind of explaining what is the Kundalini, okay? So when I said it's not associated with the earth, and that is why it's not associated with the earth plane, because it's more on a spiritual awakening once that Kundalini is activated. If you're actually meditating for that chakra to actually flow that energy. So just a little bit again, the 7 chakras is energy that is flowing through the subtle plane, right? So when I say the subtle plane, that's not on the physical plane. And that is why it activates such an insight of enlightenment to the soul and to that person. And I'll go a little bit deeper when I start talking about the Kundalini. I just wanted to touch base a little bit about the Kundalini, because that specific chakra activates the Kundalini. So as I stated before, I didn't want to give you all 7 of the chakras at once, because I just felt like it's just a little bit too much to understand and a little bit too much to break down, and it would just kind of like really confuse anyone if you just kind of like give them all at once. So I did want to talk about the ANJA chakra, which is that third eye chakra, which awakens the third eye. And you know, a lot of people actually say that, you know, their third eye is open, and so there's a certain awakening that soul gets when that third eye actually becomes awakening, right? And that chakra is literally positioned between the 2 brows, that specific chakra. And it literally give you this insight of knowledge of on a spiritual journey. If you was on a spiritual journey and you activate that third eye, well, the knowledge that's going to flow to you, the understanding, you'll be able to kind of like break down, decipher, understand on a totally different level that you did before. So this is this enlightenment that comes into you, and it kind of like awakes you up once you activate that chakra. So you're actually able to touch into the divine, which God created us and put that divine inside of us, and you're now able to actually touch that divine within and activate that divine within you, and you become an enlightened soul when you actually activate that chakra. The third eye chakra, as I stated before, is located between the brow, and it's in the center of the brain, and it's between these 2 eyebrows in the center right here, and it will be the central point behind this position right here is where that third eye is going to be sitting. And it's basically relates to having these special abilities. You'll be more of a clairvoyance. You may have mental power, confidence, sympathy, seeking the truth. So all these things may come to happen as far as once that third eye is activated, that chakra is activated, and you will know the difference, right? Because you will have kind of more of, I guess you could say, more like a supernatural ability. Everyone actually are on their own journey in life, and they may have different experiences, but it becomes a little bit more of a clairvoyance experience, right? It's a little bit more of a clairvoyance experience compared to someone who never had a clairvoyant experience. It will be something that you definitely will know. You will definitely know that there's a shift in your reality of what's taking place on your day-to-day, of this spiritual shift that actually have now become activated. So you will always know once that third eye is opening, because everyone has their own journey and they may share different experience, but everything will be more of a spiritual differences, right? So you may have, when I say clairvoyance, you may have a special gift now. You may have see yourself with an ability, right? To have, I don't know, maybe you can, I don't even want to give an example because everybody have different experiences. Because I don't want to tell someone this is the experience and then they're going through something else. If you did open your third eye and you wanted to share your experience in the comments below, you can. But everyone will have a different experience once that third eye is open. But it will be more of a supernatural ability that you may have once that third eye becomes open. And that's exactly how you will know that it's open, because you will experience something that is supernatural. Okay, so let's wrap this up. I gave you 2 chakras out of the 7 chakras. With the 2 chakras I gave you was the root chakra, and the other one was the one that actually connects to our third eye. And those 2 chakras actually give you a spiritual enlightenment. It gives you a connection. The first chakra was the Muladhara chakra, which was the chakra that actually activates that Kundalini, which is where you're now going to be sitting on that consciousness, right? That's on a totally different level. Once you get to that consciousness level, well, you're definitely not operating underneath the ego, and you're seeing things a bit different, right? Your views, your beliefs, your ideas, everything changes, right? Because that's a chakra that lays dormant within us, that is not activated. And some people are actually scared to have that activated because it shoots up a lot of energy, and it actually, if your body is not ready for that energy, it will come in a pretty bit strong, where that person can't handle that energy. However, to have that activated, it gives you this awakening to the on your conscious level, right? So we're not walking around on a consciousness. Most of us, we're actually operating on our unconsciousness. So we just can't really see the world through thinking out of that selfish box, right? And I spoke in the other video, it's being blocked by that ego. So once that person actually activate that Kundalini, it actually removes that ego, and that person is now on their consciousness. So that's one of the chakras. And so the third chakra, which is the Ajna chakra, that chakra is the chakra, and just keep in mind, guys, I'm West Indian. I do pronounce things as I hear with my own dialect. So don't kill me if I pronounced it a little off. I say everything within my dialect, and I really don't even know why. Like, I have to actually always practice how to speak like an American. So if I'm pronouncing it wrong, don't kill me. That chakra is now the third eye chakra, which is, once you activate that chakra, it becomes where there's an enormous amount of information and insight inclination within yourself, right? So you have this drive now where you're seeking the truth, seeking this knowledge. Like, you're not taking information that was passed down through generation and generation, right? You're now on an awakening. You're searching, and you're actually being led by your own self. Isn't that crazy? And that's what happened when your third eye is open. You're now searching for this information, which is, you're actually searching for this spiritual information that you now want to actually achieve and seek, right? And once that third eye is open, that chakra with that energy flow in it within, you're now having a spiritual gift being activated within yourself. And that's how you're going to know that your third eye is open. So you have clairvoyance ability. And when I say a clairvoyance ability, I didn't specify that before because I didn't want to take away somebody's experience, and they may have an experience and they may think that that experience that they have doesn't match that other person's experience. And I don't want to tell you what it is, but you will know when I say clairvoyance. And you could actually Google what clairvoyance is, look it up, and you're going to see there's this connection on the spiritual realms, right? Where you may be able to actually, and I'm just going to give one little example because I don't want to leave you guys dry. So that clairvoyance may be that you may be able to prophesize. You may be able to see the future. You may be able to predict. You may be able to see realms. You may be able to have medium ability. All that falls underneath a clairvoyance, and it's all really based on that person's soul of what ability that may actually happen once that third eye is activated. And I hope that you guys have a better understanding about the energies of the chakra and how the chakra is operated within the subtle body, how it's lined up from the spine is where the base is. It goes all the way up to the crown chakra. They have a foot chakra as well. So it really lines up your body, and it's positioned within the spine, and it goes all the way up and it goes all the way down. So I will have more videos on the chakra. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below, and I'll go more in depth on another video. And thanks for watching. And if you like, hit subscribe and thumbs up the video.